What's your take on near-death experience, which is exactly what we're talking about here. That's a version of a near-death experience. Talking to a family member on your deathbed.
I actually am very interested about that because I've heard people talk about, but never like in detail.
What do you think? Do you think it's on the level, or do you think it's kind of bullshit? What do you think?
I don't know, man. I mean, it makes me a lot more feel a lot of relief.
Same here.
Yeah,
why?
Because they always talk about how like the soul is like this perennial thing, and you drop down into a lifetime like it's a movie almost. Like you're here to just like how you would watch like a Schindler's List in an afternoon. You don't. There's another
with my dick in my hand.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, what's going on? It is Dan St. Germain and
Sean Donnelly.
And we were about to do a barbershop quartet. But is that how soda pop like singing groups started back in the 40s? We were rivals until Jimmy went, "Hey there," and I went, "Stop, sir."
Until we vocally competed on the corner, and then realized we harmonized, and we became a group.
We shouldn't be going after the same dame.
Yeah,
we should be fighting the Irish together.
Also, you realize how the barbershop has changed. The barbershop used to be a bunch of corny white guys singing and with matching hats and fucking jackets.
No, and now it's corny black guys.
Hey, everybody.
We have some fun in the sun gigs coming up. You and I are going to be at Skankfest this year.
Yes.
In New Orleans. It's the first time in New Orleans, first time I've been to Skankfest. It's going to be a blast. I'm pumped. You excited, John? I'm
very excited. It's my third time in New Orleans. Like I've said, the city is haunted. I'm excited to maybe see a ghost. Not because Dan's there. Just an old watchtower, man. But yeah, I'm really excited to go. I think it'll be a blast. I've done the festival a couple of times, not in a while, but it's always fun audiences. And I would say, I don't know, 3% of them might know who I am. Yeah, like, you know, you have the different levels of
the longshoreman community you're talking about. They'll be in attendance. It's sponsored by the Longshoremen.
But Danny boy, what do you got coming up besides?
I'll be at the Skankfest. You and I will be at in Pennsylvania at the.
Want to try to say it again?
No, you can say it.
The Emmaus Theater.
The Emmaus Theater. I just want to make sure Sean said it right.
It's in Emmaus, Pennsylvania. If you can show up to this, it will be a blast. It's an old movie theater. I've done it before. The guy who runs it could not be a cooler dude.
Yeah, great guy.
If you know anybody who lives in the area, tell them about this show. If you like me and Dan, it'll help out the show, and we really appreciate it. That's December 5th at 8 p.m. Double headliner show. That's what they call it when you get two guys like us do a show at a random theater in Pennsylvania.
If you had finished that sentence without half burping in the middle of it, it really would have made our case a little clearer.
So guys, definitely come check us out at Emmaus Theater.
Yeah.
My other one is 2 days before that. I'll be with Sarah Tolomash at the Stamford, Connecticut New York Comedy Club. That's the New York Comedy Club in Stamford, Connecticut. Also a great venue. Also great people. Dan, what else you got?
Well, speaking of, where's your guys' podcast? When's that coming out?
The podcast. We don't have a release date yet. I'll be doing a podcast with Sarah for it's going to be a TV rewatch podcast. It's shows we missed, shows that didn't make it, shows that we only had a little bit of, and then didn't get the green light for a couple more seasons. And me and Sarah are the same generation, so it's a lot of the same line of thinking. So we've taped a couple episodes already, and it's been really fun.
Oh, it's going to be great. I'm going to be in Canada after Skankfest next weekend. I'm going to be in Toronto November 20th, St. Catharines November 21st, and Hamilton November 22nd. You can get all the tickets on my Punch Up page, which you can link that through my Instagram, or you can just go Punch Up Live, Dan St. Germain, and yeah, man, I'm excited. So check it out. Also, if you can't get enough fucking Burbs Bros, we got a Patreon, guys.
Check out the Patreon. It's very important to the show.
That was my fault. I don't know why I looked like I was getting electrocuted.
Yeah, I thought you were going to finish that sentence.
I don't know. I went all of a sudden like Legion of Doom, like, oh yeah, and I was like, what am I doing?
You became Mitch McConnell real quick.
I wish.
Guys, check out the Patreon. It could not be more important for the show. It keeps the show going. Patreon.com/Burbs Bros. It's where we do the extras. We do the movie reviews. We talk about one-off incidents. Also, we want to do a call to action once again. We'll mention this later. anything you want to see at the Patreon, that parked at the Patreon, let us know. Movies that you want us to do that are paranormal based, incidents that you want to find more stuff out about, personalities, just whatever you liked about the show, tell us, and we'll give you more. That's patreon.com/Burbs Bros. That's patreon.com/Burbs Bros.
Ian, can we read off the new patrons and the old ones?
You wanted to do it at the end.
Oh, I thought you wanted to do it at the end of the intro.
No, you mean I think he means
what
the
I meant.
end of the episode.
Look at how accusatory he gets. Innocent fucking mistake. And he's like, bam! Get off, you fucking weird old Irish spirit. Jesus. All right, we want to wait till the end? All right. What? Are they here? He just like sniffs.
Do you have dementia?
Oh yeah, we got to do the intro now. Let's keep this all in, guys. Keep this all in. This is how the sausage is made, and this is how the RFK sausage is made. This is how sausage is made with RFK as the head of the FDA.
Guys, thank you so much for listening.
Right now, thank you.
Really fun episode coming up with our pals.
I am excited. I think it's going to be a great one. We haven't seen it yet. We haven't done it yet. It's about to happen.
I know, I'm trying to...
I know, I'm getting people excited. Is that a dog? Or is that Ian?
One thing
Jesus, I thought that was a DMX dog.
This is one of the reasons that I love you. You are pathologically honest. You are, but I'm not even kidding. That's why I love. One of your attributes that I love so much. You are pathologically. I'm doing a little razzle dazzle. I'm going, hey guys, really fun episode. Check it out. He goes, we haven't even done it yet. What are you talking about?
I like to be in the moment.
Like, what are you?
Well, at this point, I'm not going to be fucking Casey Kasem. That ship has fucking sailed. I'm going to be like Keith Olbermann at the end. No.
Holy shit. Guys, and Dan's absolutely correct. We know it's going to be a blast of an episode.
Yeah.
So please check out our episode right now with
JJ and Jason.
And what's their last names?
I don't know why I did. JJ Lieberman and Jason Choi. Check it out. I don't know. I thought it sounded like kind of hip. JJ and Jason, like the Max.
It did.
And Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're here with JJ Lieberman, Jason Choi. Come on.
But that's interesting to me. That world is so interesting to me. But we do the paranormal stuff on the podcast. I wonder if there's anything paranormal that's ever happened on like a porn set.
There's definitely
You're like, hey, I just fucked this porn star, Rocky Schmamaki. He's like, Rocky Schmamaki hasn't been alive for 20 years.
I'm sure if you're taking a big like Dred's got a 14-inch dick, so I'm sure if you took a 14-inch dick, it would send you to the paranormal.
I just think it's like a Confederate soldier like looking me up. This is too depressing for me, sir. Even for me.
A podcast. All of our dicks don't add up to 14 inches. It's one guy and all of our dicks.
Does the guy have actually 14 inches?
Yeah, Dred's 14 inches.
We'd be like those hunters that were carrying that snake. They're all along. Just like smiling, we caught it.
Worst Jack Black reboot ever.
But Jason, are you big into this topic at all? Like, anything ever happened to you that you were like, hey, that wasn't, something was up there, like something, or are you into like anything that any moment?
Yeah, no, I watch porn.
You would think it's about porn. The fucking
this podcast is a paranormal podcast about UAPs. Somehow we talked about Angela White's pussy, but still.
And apparently, all the porn now is just free. That's why I know the Brazzers thing, because every ad is Brazzers.
Angela White, by the way, is a goat. The goat.
Yeah, I love it.
I will put
also super cool.
I'll only put respect on her name.
What's your go-to, Jason, if you can say?
I'm a vanilla guy, but recently I did see this one video. It was the title was "Cum Shots So Loud You Can Hear."
What's the Revolutionary War?
Yeah, I was like, who's that for?
Don't you see the whites of the semen?
And it was like, and then I watched the video, and it's as described. It's audible.
There's no.
There's
just guys going like, oh.
No, the actual.
There's a
the noise.
There's an actual glug out.
The sound of the mechanics.
No, of the cum
shot.
hitting of the shot.
Like it's such an amount of liquid. This episode's never making it.
Yeah.
Change gears.
We're gonna get 14s of
I'm gonna
views.
start going back to church after this episode. What he's saying is like the actual shot.
We tried.
The actual shot of making the sound.
I had a bulletin.
Yeah.
I tried. What were you saying?
So
Sorry.
the actual shot goes the dunk like it's
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah. And isn't that just like prostatitis, or is that a sign of health? I wonder.
There is like, and also too, like you can always tie in, people do cosplay alien stuff, so like in porn, so that could be a topic on, that's
There's
like
a ton of it. We have a section for you later on, both of you, but it's
is
an
it
honor of you.
about the guy who I bathed who was a serial killer?
No,
or no?
we can talk about that right now.
Yeah, Jason, we're gonna have to skip over your section for a second.
This is a little too much. The sounds have come. Can we? What about the guy who dismembered the other gay kid and fucked his dead corpse on Gore.com? You want to talk about that? You brought up. I didn't even know until I looked at the notes, and usually that's a respect to you. People send me stuff like when I'm doing podcasts all the time, and I'll never look.
Right.
But I did look.
You did.
Oh, that's good.
Well, I like you.
Well, I appreciate it.
That doesn't mean anything.
No. I mean, like, it hasn't helped you at all from the usual. I'll say that much.
Won't help you either.
Hey, we're gonna talk aliens whether you fucking like it or not. Right?
That is the podcast.
That is half. I guess it's a quarter of the podcast. But no, we did have a true crime element. We've kind of been moving a little bit away from true crime, but we've had like the guy who fucking caught the Unabomber. We've had him on the podcast.
No way.
Unbelievable. This guy, Raymond Carr. And
was that from knowing the brothers? Was he the one who discovered because of the brothers' writing? Didn't the brother figure it out? And
he was pushing for it to be released. That was the big thing, too. But yeah, it was. He was. He was instrumental in all of that.
Fascinating.
But on the other end of the true crime spectrum, you did open mics with a serial killer.
No, not open mics.
You didn't do open mics?
No, he wasn't a comic. He just did comedic things.
So do the background of the.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
So he was. So Luca Magnotta, I knew him as Eric Newman.
Wait, not the comic Eric Newman. Really nice guy. Not that Eric Newman.
Not the seller comic. No. But I knew him as just some. Yep, there he is.
That's
him. Hey, didn't look like that.
Wait a minute. That guy's emceeing at the cellar. We gotta stop him.
He doesn't look far up from the Eric Newman from New York. Wait, so you knew him from? You didn't know him from shows?
I knew him from like hustling gay dudes.
Oh.
I knew him.
You were a hustler?
With him, I would hustle gay dudes. Yeah. I wasn't a hustler, but I was just like in it for the love of the game. The gay lifestyle was for the love of the game, and then I met that guy.
And he's like, "I'm making some cash."
Yeah, making me cash. Yeah.
Oh my god! So what, in New York this is?
No, this was in Toronto. I was I had surgery, so I was playing baseball. Baseball was my main thing. And then after,
what the fuck is going on? I feel like I'm in 7 one-man shows.
Starts out very wholesome.
Like every new sentence is a new one-man show. He's like, after I was hustling for gay prostitutes, I was trying out with Jackie Robinson.
It's the natural man whore.
But yeah,
it all felt like a mitt to me. All right, that's enough of that. But yeah, you guys you knew each other.
Well, I ran into him at a gay club one night, and he was turning tricks, and I hung out with him the next day, which ended up being the one hangout all day turned into like hanging out every day all summer.
What's the number one thing to turning a trick? What's the number one?
Well, this is almost like My Own Private Idaho. Like the movie. You ever see the movie My Own Private Idaho? It's basically about this.
A guy who's
these guys that were kind of. You ever see it? It's Keanu Reeves and River Phoenix from the 90s.
Really?
And they would go around hustling gay dudes.
Yes.
And there you go, right there. There's the movie. It was like it's a Gus Van Sant movie. The guy who did Good Will Hunting did it.
Oh, I heard that was really good.
It is good. It's very indie, very 90s indie. But that's what these guys do in the movie. They just like turn tricks and scam dudes and whatever.
Yeah, he was.
Then they feel bad eventually.
So you were like
Then
kind
they
of
go on a podcast about aliens and talk about it.
so you were kind of a
God,
novice.
I wish.
You were kind of a novice, and then you.
Yeah, I was 24 years old. I was broke as fuck, and I met this guy, and he wasn't like that when I met it. Like that picture of him, whatever you guys showed, he wasn't like that. He was like actually.
No, I hope you didn't meet him during the Cats period.
No,
you know what I mean?
no,
That would have been a
no.
bad.
What was so fine?
I don't want this podcast to be called Evidence.
How Canadian comic loses visa.
It was the first time people cheer ice. They're like, they help you get in there.
But yeah, I met him. He was. I feel like after that, I think he was like big into drugs. He must have, in my opinion, had a schizophrenic break or some kind of mental break.
Okay.
Because when I knew him, we would talk like this. Yeah, totally different. Totally not that. He was a little shy, but he was like. He was just a normal guy at the time.
And something happened that just
something
could have
happened.
been drugs, could have been.
I
something.
think drugs. Well, we were hanging out all the time, every day. We'd just like go shoot the shit. He would watch. I was working because I just had shoulder surgery, and I was working jobs as like door guy at not comedy clubs at. Clubs like at regular
clubs?
Regular
clubs.
clubs. So I was just like trying to heal, rehab my shoulder surgery, and we would hang out. He'd come over every day. We would go get food. He'd come at night afterwards. And
Totally normal.
Totally normal. We tried hooking up once. The vibe wasn't there. He smelled, to be honest with you.
Okay.
He stunk.
Okay. And so cut to X amount of years later, he's a full-on serial killer.
Well, not just that. He fucking we were hanging out every day, and then one day I called him to see if he wanted to link up. Disappeared. Just phone went, and then I kept on calling him. This is the time. Remember when cell phones? Probably even now, like if your voicemail it will just go ring right away and says the person you're calling can't receive. So that's ended up happening after 3 days. I was calling him every day, and then
like the phone's off.
Then phone turns off, and then cut to I think 7-8 years later. And I know the story, but it took me a couple days to realize it because he looked different than when I knew him. He looked more effeminate, but then I heard his voice on the news because there was a big manhunt before they caught him.
Yeah.
And so when they caught him, I heard the voice. It was like 2 a.m. I just had the CBC News on, the Canadian Broadcast Corporation. And I just heard the voice. I went, "Oh my god!" And I couldn't believe it.
You just knew right away there was the guy.
Right, the voice because he
this
had.
Is all in Toronto. This is all.
Yeah,
bad.
all in Toronto, and he was back and forth from Montreal, I think.
Wow.
Hey, catch me in Toronto next weekend.
Comedy bar.
I'm going to be in Montreal in January.
Good plugs, right?
Yes, Canada.
That's fantastic. But
Anyway, do you think there's any hope of you guys reconnecting? And I'm just joking.
Hey man, that's kind of I can fit this into the show because we talk a lot about this thing. I don't know if you guys ever heard of the telepathy tapes, the podcast that went huge, went pretty viral, maybe about a month or two ago, right? And
the last year.
It's like the brain is a weird freaking thing, man. Mm-hmm. The way you just said that reminds me of that kind of thing where it's like that podcast is about autistic kids that communicate telepathically, and like nobody's believed it for years. But this woman did a study. This woman found her research and started the podcast, and it went haywire from there. And it's like people are starting to be like, yes, something's up.
Well, not to ding all the ways that YouTube can suppress us, but I'm like, why not? Let's just throw the fucking
check boxes. Yeah,
Well, they must be on YouTube, and they probably don't.
No, they're on YouTube. That's safe. No, you know what it is? Sometimes they'll give warnings about reptilians on our thing. Because people will bring it up just a word, and they'll say this is not a real thing. And it's like, well, somebody just said it. Like somebody just said it on the thing.
Well,
but what I was trying to say is like serial killers. The one thing is,
well, he wasn't a serial killer.
He was a serial killer, but the one thing that binds most serial killers is like they just have a head injury. Everyone's like, oh, it's because of this deep dark thing, and it's usually like, now he's got a dent here because a swing set hit him.
But that's what I mean. Like
which makes sense.
The mind's fragile.
Same with comics too. It is a normal.
None of us would be here. We'd all be with our loving families.
How many times you hear it? People like there's things people get hit in the head and they just know French. You know what I'm saying? Like there's
really
yes. And there's a woman who just like got hit in the head and just had she just had a Chinese accent, but she was like American. Do you ever hear
Sounds like a likely story.
Yeah.
Sounds like a likely story to get at an HR meeting. Oh yeah, it hit me in the head, and then all of a sudden I was like, ching chong ching.
Here we go, right here, real quick. This is the background. People who wake up speaking a different language are most likely experiencing a neurological condition like bilingual aphasia, not spontaneous language acquisition. This is often caused by a brain injury, such as a stroke or a head trauma. which can cause the brain to revive itself and favor a secondary language. So it happens a good amount of times. They have a word for it. So what I'm saying is, this guy, something happens, drugs, whatever it is, I'm off the rails. I'm a killer at this point.
That's crazy how you could read that. No, like I get nervous when I read publicly.
Oh, really?
That was impressive.
Oh, nice. I've done it a couple times in the show, but yeah.
Wow.
Who was it? Matt Lopez, or Lopes, whatever he calls himself. One of the episodes, I said the word.
You said that like you were about to pro wrestle. Matt Lopes, whatever he calls himself, next Tuesday at the Garden.
I read on the screen and pronounced a hard word right, and he's like, "I thought you were an idiot," and then you pronounced that word.
That was amazing. That was actually quite amazing.
Well, you know what's kind of offensive about that? It's not
reads.
really offensive, but I always thought it was curious. Was like they have a brain injury, so they just start talking more like stupidly, and then people go, "It's an Asian accent."
It's really just their racism.
Yeah, you know, they're just like cognitively impaired, like, "Oh, how you guys doing?" You know, and they're like, "Ah, that's Asian."
I really think
They're channeling an Asian accent. It's like, no, it's
just for the sake of it, I think it's got to be that somebody got caught doing it and said that it was a head injury. 100% they were caught doing it, and then they're like, "Oh no, a wrench hit me in the head. That's why I said."
It's good to know, though, right?
Yeah,
You could have it in your back pocket. Get in trouble with the cops. But there's also, I don't know if you know, but on the same topic, just to kind of tie it into the show, they just recently, there was these scientists that just recently successfully had 2 people communicate from dream to dream. These people that had a word,
That's
that one person,
No.
yes, and they have all the data for it and all the things. So
Well,
it's like, it's consciousness based. Yeah.
My brother's schizophrenia, and probably if my dad ever sees this, he'll get so pissed. But
Well, don't. If it's gonna be, I don't want you to. Yeah. Okay.
I don't care. I mean, but it's it's kind of the game.
Yeah.
But he has like that's his thing is like the paranormal conversations with like the outer world or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, from the schizophrenia. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder about that too sometimes.
Really?
I wonder if they're just tuned in at times to something.
Yeah.
Like because it's the same
fuck
thing.
do you treat-
but they call
treat
that
it, though?
schizophrenia. They call his
Yeah.
brother, his brother has schizophrenia. But then I just saw a video online. It was this guy caught his mom, but she was dying and it's on her deathbed. She's in hospice and she's full on sees something. And she talks about a girl that she goes, "You don't see this girl that's sitting here, the girl in the pink right here?" And he's like, "No, Ma, what is she doing?" And she's describing what the girl's doing. And you can kind of, I think you can tell bullshit. And the woman is 1,000% believes there's a little girl right in front of her.
You want to hear something crazy?
Yes.
I'm in an Uber with a hospice nurse. I always talk to Uber drivers because I want to make, I'm actually curious. I was going to like make a joke,
Like,
make their life.
"Do you like Angela White?"
This is the worst taxi cab. This is the worst episode of Cash Cab I've ever heard.
Oh, hospice nurse, they'll have it. Yeah.
So the guy, well, I always find it interesting, like why, I always want to know what some people are doing full time, but this guy actually had to he was a full-time hospice nurse and had to drive Uber to make their living. It was crazy to me. It was up at Rick Bronson's in Phoenix. So it's about a 30-minute drive from the Phoenix airport.
Okay.
And we're talking about that. And one of the things I was asking him about death and stuff like that, and he said about 70-something% of people right before their death, they have that experience.
Yep.
They have that exact experience. And he's just a hospice nurse. I don't know if he studied the actual brain. I said, what is that? Or is that leaving? Is that like something in your body that's leaving? Is your brain fooling you? Or do you really see something? Because, with your brain, it is so vulnerable in certain parts. Like, what? Oh, here we go.
No, go ahead. Finish
No,
your story.
I'm curious what that is. So
basically, it's a widely known phenomenon that a significant number of people experience visions. They're often referred to as deathbed phenomena. While precise statistics vary between studies, research suggests that prevalence is high, with some studies finding that up to 88% of patients reported experiencing deathbed visions in one study.
good thing my 70%
I'm sure it varies, depending on the study.
I have a question. Like, Jason, have you ever been like next to the death of a loved one in bed and you're like, is anything weird happening?
How did they find that out? How did they find that statistic out?
What kind of wacky thing happened?
Just see
What wacky visions? These two whistle down the graveyard.
Fingers, two fingers, anything else?
Have you ever done the deathbed thing, bro?
The deathbed. I went down the NDE rabbit hole. Near-death experience.
Okay.
Rabbit hole. Have you ever done?
I constantly mention surviving death, the show on the thing.
Yeah, it's like a lot of that stuff where people
What
come
do you
back.
think is happening?
What's your take on near-death experience, which is is exactly what we're talking about here. That's a version of a near-death experience.
How far up
talking
my
to a
own
family
ass.
member on your deathbed.
I actually am very interested about that because
Yeah.
I've heard people talk about, but never like in detail.
What do you think? Do you think it's on the level, or do you think it's kind of bullshit? What do you think?
I don't know, man. I mean, it makes me a lot more feel a lot of relief.
Same here.
Yeah,
Why?
because they always talk about how like the soul is like this perennial thing, and you drop down into a lifetime like it's a movie almost. Like you're here to just like how you would watch like a Schindler's List in an afternoon. You don't. There's another.
With my dick in my hand.
So anything weird ever happened to you, Jason?
That's how you get that glug going, huh? that audible glug. The red coat scene in Schindler's. Jesus Christ. Debauchery.
Okay, because my name is Jewish, but I'm not one.
I wasn't sure I was going to leave that out just so we
bro.
get saved on the joke.
God.
No, but yeah, you're absolutely right. So that's almost like the telepathy tapes thing. There's like almost like a bank of consciousness that you go to, and that's why I think the reincarnation thing fits into that because. Kids from the age 2 to 5 sometimes experience these things where like something else is another consciousness is trying to.
What do you mean drop down? Like, what does that mean? Like, drop because you use three
Here's
big
my
words.
question. If somebody can just speak a second language perfectly when they get hit in the head, like, does that mean that there's just a level consciousness that surrounds all beings that you can tap into under the right circumstance?
And that's
it's gotta be like that.
Yeah, I think it probably is. I think that. So basically, what it is that. What you're thinking is just like your one solitary singular experience you're having as JJ Liberman is like you're just a radio station tuning in that consciousnness right now. So when you go, that your consciousness can whatever form it is, they don't know. There's all sorts of studies goes back into that bank and I don't think it happens all the time, but might end up in something else. Might
kind
end
of
up
what
in a
pluribus
baby.
is about.
What?
Pluribus is
Oh,
about
is it?
this.
Okay, I don't want to know.
All right,
I want to go fresh.
So I actually have a quick.
It's great. It's fucking great. By the way, you got to see the show. It's awesome.
So, okay, so this is so much to take in because I actually think about death all the time.
Oh no, really? You?
When I'm not writing jokes.
Sticking his hand.
You don't know what the circumference of a gun feels like in your mouth?
my
Huh?
high-level stand-up act. I'm thinking about death. But no, the interesting thing is, so sometimes I'll have like, I'm sure you guys all know because you seem educated, but sometimes I have these like crazy dreams.
Just feel realer than real.
Bro.
Yeah, that's a thing too.
It's so like eerie, like either that happened, but it was like dark, real.
Oh, this is a dream I had last week. Not gonna. Half the world got Alzheimer's, and the other half had to take care of it.
That was a dream you had?
Yes, it was a dream I had last week, like 5 or 6 nights ago.
That's a grand scale.
I know it was like a fucking because
movie
I've been
script.
watching Pluribus, dude.
Oh, well, okay.
I mean, like it's one of those things like you start watching sci-fi, then all of a sudden you're
Oh, I bet.
But
you're
you're
like
talking-
your head starts going like flipping around.
But what you're talking about is more on like a personal level, like
personal
dark
level,
stuff.
personal, like it's happened. It was dark, like to the point where sometimes I'll wake up from a certain dream, like a recurring thing. And there was a couple of them. One was, I think. So I played baseball my whole life, and I kept on having dreams after I got out of the game, and not my choice, by the way, but I was always showing up late to practice, late to a game, and I was like racing to put on my equipment, and everyone's like, "Let's go, like it's about to start." And I don't
Almost
know,
like the high school with the underwear on kind of thing.
yeah. But that wasn't the dream. The other one is such a dark. It has to do with like a murder, and to the point where like I wake up and I like try and think about this. It was so real. It's so crazy.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't know what it is. Dreams. They think 9 times out of 10 it's like it's your subconscious kind of just acting out whatever your anxieties are and whatever it is. Because like even when I'll look up what this is supposed to mean, and 9 times out of 10 it'll be like something that's directly related to what happened to me the day before. Like so it's like this relationship thing or this you're worried about money trouble, whatever it is. And I think they have it down to a science on certain levels where they're like sometimes it's just a dream, but sometimes people describe things like you're saying. I don't know if it's the same thing where it's like no, it didn't feel like a normal.
It didn't
dream.
feel normal. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The difference between the baseball and this dream, and this is the problem I think with like science. Sometimes you look at guys like Graham Hancock, and they have something a little bit different, and then everyone else in that field of science will call that person
crazy.
Pseudoscience. Yeah, crazy pseudoscience. So I'm sure if there was someone who studied dreams and came across like what you said, 9 times out of 10, it's related to this. But what if it's not? What if it's related to like a past lifetime? And then all of a sudden you're a scientist saying that they'll fucking like laugh you out of,
Yeah, and you know what it is that it's out there. They have things that can contest it in ways. They're just like, hey, but this is But with NDEs especially, it's like they have how many countless hours of research on these things with people that don't seem like crackpots to me, that are just trying to get to the bottom of it, that realize because of X, Y, and Z, it's not just your run-of-the-mill dream or your run-of-the-mill deja vu or your run-of-the-mill anything. And that's why you should check out Surviving Death.
You should, and then there's like beautiful stuff, like a guy, he died, and then he went to like hell. He in his own mind, he went to hell. And then an angel told him that like, hey, you're making this. Like you're choosing to have this experience of you dying be held based on like how you felt about your life and where you think you need to end up.
Oh my
But like
God.
none of that's real. Like, and then the angel told him how to like turn it and like show him like everything's good.
And then he came back.
And then he comes back and he does it, and the angel's like, well, not that good either. Like, you weren't getting like filleted all the time and eating filet mignon every meal. Like, you went too much the other way, Jack.
Take it easy, Joe Pantoliano.
Speaking of sad guys, can we hit the Google list, Ian? I don't know why I sounded like Bob Dylan in his Christian phase. Well, we'll worry about this something, but man loses hologram wife after company discontinues service. The man who married a hologram in Japan can no longer communicate with his virtual wife. Is this the beginning of, like, do you think in 15 years, like, parents are going to have to, like, recognize like their AI son-in-law or daughter-in-law? Like seriously, like have to be like, hey, like you're part of it now.
I think so. I think for people who have who have had a physical experience, like sexual physical experience, I think most people won't like it. But I think for people who've never had one, and there's a lot, especially men, there's a lot of guys who haven't. I think the age of being a virgin's even like
higher.
It's higher than it ever has been. I don't know if it's ever or whatever. I don't know.
That's a good point. Like I don't want to teach a robot how to fuck me.
Or,
you know what I mean?
But also,
what if it just knows?
Well, there's only one company, and it's called Dustbuster.
It's called Dustbuster. What if it just hits the right spot?
But yeah, I just think because once you've had like the human, again, it's the same thing with like what you're into music. Everyone's talking about like the AI music thing, and I listen to a couple things. And I'm like, it's not like Crosby, Stills and Nash. For me.
Meaning when they just produce a singer, song, and video in minutes. Yeah,
and I think
not even minutes, seconds.
Yeah, and I think that's the same if you have like if you're so into like the actual physical act of sex. Not so into it, sounds weird, but yeah, like I think once you've had that and you like that, it's gonna be hard to like, because I've tried the fleshlight, whatever,
right.
It's fine.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. But if you're a guy who's never had, and there you're like, oh, I can build that. I guess maybe. I don't know.
Or that's kind of what's happening. It's gonna get to that
artisanal
road.
fleshlight.
Who are the robots that Tesla? Elon Musk has one that's coming out. What's it called again? Like
it's out. It's out.
Basically, like his AI robot show is is like him with a mannequin and like a fucking cane pulling. He's like, "Oh, Grok's saying this. I can't believe it."
He has the Dick Van Dyke Band thing on.
Yeah. What are you saying about Africans, Grok? No, Elon doesn't believe it. Please explain.
No, but they had another one.
It's pretty funny act too.
Right
to
now,
be
there's multiple. I think there's multiple companies that are doing these robots that are very human-like, and one of them I think was either from China or Japan that it looked. I saw the video. It looked so human-like. The onlookers didn't believe it, and I guess people online to the point where the creator cut off the leg meat to show you, or whatever it is, like skinned it to show you. Look, it's a robot inside. That's how well the procedure, the demonstration went. So,
oh my God,
that'll just get crazier. Next 5 years, that just gets crazier.
Well, Ex Machina, right?
Right.
it's like the fucking the evolution of Will Smith eating spaghetti. You know, like with AI, of like where it started versus
where it's going to go, and then it's happening faster and faster, but almost like with different arms going at different levels. Because there's one that comes up with some dude that looks, I think he's like Dutch or something, and the name is like, have you seen this one? Have you guys seen this one? It's like Hubie or something, and he's like, and there's people interviewing him about his robot, and he's like, yes, he can do your dishes. Yes, he can park your car for you. Yes, he can do this, whatever he is. But then there's like Elon Musk, where they're like, oh yeah, he looks pretty human walking.
Okay,
like
so
strutting.
So you guys all seem to be much more intelligent than me, and like in terms of like formally and street smart stuff too. But do you? Feel,
I think you could beat us on street smart.
Well, maybe
by your hustler Montreal days.
Oh, the hustle, yeah. Okay,
sounds like
enough.
fan fiction.
Fair enough.
Canadian fan fiction.
I don't feel threatened by this in terms. I do feel like in terms of like this. I don't feel like the actual act of live entertainment, but I do feel like potentially the way online stuff's going, that you're going to see Sora is really in its first phase, and it's some of that stuff I watch and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's incredible.
It's pretty crazy.
But do you feel
but you're still in that world where you're like, I can still tell though.
Yeah, you can still tell. But do you guys feel like people who are like
not to hop onto the list, but there is something. Michael Blurry, the same guy who was behind
hold that thought, because you were finishing a question.
Well, whatever. You know where the question is good. So that's real. Do you feel threatened at all in terms of also too, because you write, you also, I don't feel threatened in terms of live performance. I think there's always going to be a need and desire for that.
I think so too.
But do you feel threatened in terms of like actual digital media? Also, you've worked in television. Do you feel threatened in terms of the writing and stuff like that? Because I don't know that. I feel like I got not lucky, but I had something work that I'd been working on. But also too, I can see how the adjustment in the last 2 months, like I've been dialed in on the algorithm the last 2 years, only focusing on stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I can see in the last couple months a hard change to it. But do you feel that we are in even something like this? Like, is this in threat?
No, I don't think writing and podcasting and acting has come under threat. I mean, I know that everyone's talking about Tilly Norwood, but
What's that?
Which got pushed back immediately. She was the AI actress. Did you remember that, Jason?
Yeah.
Did you see? What did you think
really?
when you saw that? Did you see like? Yeah, she came out. They made, I forget who, she got signed by like WME or something.
So what do you mean AI actress?
She's not real.
No.
And she got signed
way.
by an agency, and there was a giant pushback. And SAG-AFTRA was like, "She's not part of the union. This is not. This is exactly what we're.
crazy.
That's exactly why we strike. This is exactly what the problem is. Are you threatened with like writing and acting stuff, comedy wise? Because Dan's right. I think it's like certain things aren't threatened because of the defense of the actual people being like, "Fuck you, we're not letting this get past this point." But overall, like online, the kind of the stage that we're at, we're just trying to make a name for ourselves.
Yeah,
How
I
do you
mean,
feel?
like before doing comedy, I was actually a software engineer. So like,
okay.
I've been like following this shit for a long time.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but it's scary because
I thought you were like, before this, I was an AI actress.
I was Billy Norwood.
I was Billy Norwood.
yeah, it was like a board.
So you kind of had an inside track on it coming out.
Well, the thing that's scary is like you may not be able to get a machine to do like what a human can do, but you could do the monkeys type, a million monkeys, where you just have
lucky.
it, and get lucky.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you just beat the humans by just like launching 100 comedy specials per day.
Oh my God, yeah.
And then seeing which one.
Interesting.
You know what I'm saying?
But you still have to have somebody select those.
You don't. The algorithm will select it,
And then
because
it'll feed it to the person.
It'll feed it to everybody, and the algorithm will decide like, oh, this is hitting.
This is
So to keep
so
going.
niche for this person.
That's very scary, and I think that makes me scared.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so
So that was my whole point.
It's a great take on it. It's a great take. It's
Really
totally
sorry.
true.
Yeah.
And but somebody also had the same kind of thing where they were like, well, will it be T2? And it's like, well, you don't have to actually be hard. You don't have to be like the actual the metal bodied Robert Patrick T2. You just have to get so cunning with humanity that you convince humanity to do the T2 thing. Like they're so manipulative. And when it gets to super intelligent level, right?
Yep,
you know
yep.
this probably that it'll be so convincing and so charismatic. It's so like it'll just be 18 chess steps ahead of us.
Well,
it convinces another January 6th. It convinces a revolution. It convinces humanity to just kill itself.
Well, that's what you say. You know what's so interesting? You say about the super intelligence. You say, well, because like I listen to a lot of Rogan, and one of the things they'll talk about. But the one thing about humans is the imperfections. But then again, what if the thing is so smart, like the super intelligence, that it understands imperfections in humanity, that it creates imperfections?
It does.
Yeah, we'll do that.
It already does, because at ChatGPT, you ever do a thing? I was like a letter. It was like to get road stuff, and I wrote it, and then I put it in, and I said rewrite this as me, but done better, and they did it.
Really?
Yeah, and I did it for I hate
it.
It's yeah. Are you swearing it off?
No. I think it's like Terminator, where the real people are going to have to use the tools to fight against like the real slop creators who are trying to destroy everything.
Which is already happening.
Yeah. So.
Well, the problem is that so I was playing. Here's another one man story. I was playing poker professionally, right? And
holy cow, what a life!
yeah, I've been playing poker.
We got Gooner, baseball player, professional poker player.
Gooner, I was before. I was gooning before any of all of those. So that's not.
I was an artisanal Gooner.
Yeah, that was the foundation of my life.
Catch me if you can, but STDs.
But so you want to know interesting? The poker player, you can pull it up. Alias Maranovic. I don't know how to say his last name.
They all have hard names. Negranyu, all these guys.
But he was one of the top players in the world, and he's still using real-time assistance and RTA, like so basically some kind of AI.
Wow.
Yes.
How is that allowed?
But he even because the edges, so that was him. So he's been kicked out of all the top websites, the poker websites, and also he's not allowed to play live. But even when he would play live, he was still like one of the best players in the world, like playing in these high limit games. Like see the Poker Masters, those are like 100K, 300K, 200.
TV
that's a
shows,
$250,000, $25K buy-in. But he was still beating these players. But while he was playing online, he was still, so the point of the slop, there are still people, even excellents, still like I'm watching the A-Rod documentary. You can argue that everyone was using PEDs, which is a good argument too. Like if you weren't using PEDs, you're a fool. So, but even at the top level, people are still they're still looking for that 1-2% edge,
just to beat out the top guy.
Yeah, right. I mean, because you become like. When you become really successful and you become really elite, I think inherently everyone has this like, we still go back to our, we were cavemen at one time, right?
Yeah.
Feast or famine mentality. It's a real thing. Even
survival
when you're
instinct.
Yeah, survival. Even when comics, you see a real successful comic who's like selling at clubs and he's miserable. He's not selling out theaters. Yeah. And you're like, what the fuck? But you're like, I get it, right?
It's that next thing.
You to the thing.
Yeah. And it fits into the UFO world as well, because whatever the technology that there's all sorts of rumors and things that have been confirmed and unconfirmed in the UFO world, where it's where the technology that would power these things, is supposedly this, they call it the 0 point energy thing. The third party companies that are trying to race to be the one that figures this thing out, that retroactively engineers these craft, or this little point of it that could power the Earth for time to come, or on the war side of things, take over the planet. So it's like some have nefarious intentions, some do not. But it's that same thing of like, we could just get this thing that we're not supposed to talk about, and like supersedes governments, and it's under the cloak of like third party companies like Lockheed Martin's records, because then you don't have FOIA, like freedom of information, it doesn't apply and stuff like that. But it's the same exact model that you're talking about. It's this thing of like, then our country will be that much more powerful.
Yeah, that much
then
more
I'll be
powerful.
my
Yeah.
brand will be that much more powerful. It's just a constant chase for that.
But the all of that is Michael Blurry, the Big Short guy.
Yeah, this is
has
crazy.
bet against that. So, which may be our only hope. Usually, I'd be like, this is like terrible, but I mean, maybe like already it's been like it's lost like I think something like $9 billion or something in value since.
Well, I think there was
making
like
that projection.
Yeah, there was there was a story that kind of tanked the market. I think it was like a couple weeks ago when the guy asked Sam Altman, and then Sam Altman had like a bad response. I feel that was like leading into why the market tanked.
Yeah.
There was a story about that. I'm not so well versed on this.
So basically, the guy from The Big Short, the guy with he had a glass eye. I don't know if you've seen the movie, probably.
Great movie.
Just like he bet against the housing market, he has now bet against the AI. Because he thinks that it's the same thing. It's going to be the flash in the pan. Also, I think it was the same article I was reading about him doing that. They mentioned how if you really break it down and you really know what's going on in the financial markets, it's the same companies just trading money that are dictating the whole market, which that actually seems really believable to me, because that's what happens. Billions upon billions of dollars being traded from here to here. You can
BlackRock, State Street, like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can fake a boom. Like you can, just like the internet boom. The only difference is I don't agree with Burry is that the internet boom happened. People made a bunch of money off those stocks, and the internet's still around. So it doesn't mean it'll go away. It'll just mean it'll be a more kind of a modified version of it, like a calmer. What would you call it? Like a modest or more modest
We're
version
not
of it.
like we're not like in the age of super intelligent AI,
Right.
Which is probably good.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like I don't think we're ready. Like especially these guys. If these guys are at the helm, I'm sorry, these guys are not FDR. You know, Sam Altman. You know, like,
they're
this
not.
isn't Winston
There's not good
Churchill.
intentions.
Yeah,
No,
well,
these
yeah,
aren't like
right.
leaders that I want leading us into a new humanity. Plus, people were pissed as fuck about the data farms or whatever.
Right, exactly. But Jason, I just wanted to ask you, because you mentioned the whole software engineering world.
Yeah.
You have kind of, like I said, it's not that far off from like the personalities that you meet. You worked. How long did you work at those companies?
Like 3 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you get a grasp. This is like just all these AI guys are probably just like an amplified version of what you were dealing with at these companies, even if it's the CEO or whoever it is.
They get these godlike complexes because some of these people are truly wizards with a computer. I mean, you see them do mind-blowing things in the box.
Right.
And then it's a small world. So then imagine a person where they can get into a box and they can manipulate it to do like pure magic.
Yeah, right.
They get addicted to that. And then they stop seeing
because
like
they become like gods to those people, like to the tech people. Yeah,
they're a god in the digital world. So
Yeah.
then they stop seeing like, does this matter for humans? Like, the problem is the thing that scares me is the IQ problem, which is like fixed. Humanity stays around the same intelligence overall.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, every once in a while you get like a 160, 170, but then it's down.
Yeah, exactly.
So when it does get to the super intelligent, where the phrase I always use on the show is, because I read it once, was that we're house cats. We're done.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, we're set dressing.
Well, that's
Also, a
the
great
theory.
Sinbad movie.
Well, the thing I get worried about is like if you're like a 130, 140 guy in Silicon Valley with the AI, you're now like 180.
I have a question. I actually have been waiting to ask you this question since you started. Like, as somebody who's worked in software,
Yeah.
like looking at people who are like graduating now at like, you know, from Stanford or from Berkeley or wherever, I guess what would top Virginia Tech? Would that be a top tech school? Who's the most fucked? Who are the people that they thought they were safe and now because of AI, it's like, oh, now
and
they have a
exceeded
200
expectations, and now
yes,
they're
they
done.
have a $200,000 albatross on their neck now.
Yeah. Anything
Probably even
digital.
more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything digital in the computer, I think you're, like myself included,
You're done.
you're kind of fucked. Yeah, because there's these weird incentive structures now because everybody needs to cut cost. I don't know why I'm getting so serious.
No, this is great.
No, it's just Brave New
The
World.
ironic part is AI clips do great for the show.
Also, too,
Let's feed the machine, everybody.
Hey, AI Antichrist did not have any AI in the clip. There'll be no AI in this clip.
if you also freak someone out into killing themselves, good for the show too.
Join our Patreon.
As you were saying, go ahead.
What was I going to say?
Basically, just that, the digital world is kind of already you see it happening.
Making the person's IQ so high.
So like graphic designers, it's over.
Well, because every position I see now is like incentivized because we all have to cut costs now to integrate AI and basically automate the guy below you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then it's like if you're an entry level guy just trying to learn a trade, you're a middle manager guy. He's being told you got to cut 80% of your costs. He's going to the machine. He's not going to hire like the 20.
Right. That makes so much sense.
My one like hopeful devil.
And that's already happening.
I think that's happening.
Yeah.
My one like hopeful devil's advocate, right? It's like in like the famous Ridley Scott. It's either a Reebok or a Nike commercial where he throws
The hammer.
Yeah, he throws the hammer and it breaks the TV. Like those symbol a guy throwing a hammer at TV. Like they in themselves are not revolutionary, but the way that he positioned them with the background music, like that was revolutionary. And like, can AI conceptually come up with something that's going to address the zeitgeist of the moment the same way Ridley Scott will? I think it's an open question.
As far as like public perception goes.
Yeah, it's still a question of like at best it's still like that South Park episode about Family Guys with the different manatees pushing different ideas.
Yeah.
Like it's not still like you still need somebody to shepherd a new idea.
Do you think UBI during
Just cranberry juice. That's what you need.
He's going to be in Schmoggish and Catskills.
Imagine a computer. I don't think a computer could do the pun. Not that quick.
See, this is what we're gonna lose.
Yeah.
UTI jokes that show. Yeah, go ahead.
But
Sorry, go ahead.
I do think like now that people talk about it, and again, I'm a very, very uneducated guy, but I lived in Canada during COVID, and they gave us $2,000 a month, and a lot of people loved it, and a lot of people stuck in line. Now, do you think if something like this happens, UBI, universal basic income comes, a lot of people will fall in line because they're getting paid and they're just happy this is enough money for you to get by, let the robots do the robots thing.
It's really, that's one of the scary part, and I think yes, because I think it'll become a norm. I think,
and anyone who has dissent towards this, people will go, because when I had dissent towards, like, I left Canada during COVID, and I went on a forum, Facebook forum, and there's like hundreds of thousands of people on this forum talk about, hey, I'm going on vacation. People would the comments were crazy. You shouldn't go. You're putting everyone in jeopardy. Nobody was like that. Everyone, so many people in Canada, and not saying it was like, whatever, but this had been a certain amount of time. I'm not a political person, but I'm like, this, you can leave, and we're
fine.
Yeah, we're interacting with people.
People were going outside.
Yeah, but everyone in Canada was like locked down completely, and you couldn't go. You couldn't be unmasked. You couldn't do this. And this is like a year in, and like I was like, I had enough. I want to go to America, like, because certain places were open in America, but most people in Canada fell in line, and they're like,
so I think it's based off place, right? So you go to certain countries are going to do it. I think in America, the people who are going to be against it are the ones who are going to think that it's some sort of welfare state, when in actuality, if all of it goes to, it's so funny, the people who are investing in these types of things are creating that type of situation. So if all goes to plan, it'll be a necessity to not have like a Ready Player One style world where it's stack upon stack upon stack poverty, and people are dying because the machines are taken over, even not in a war capacity, but in a job capacity.
Yeah,
so
15-minute
so if you want
cities.
to be a politician and in 100 years, you're going to have to get on board with the UBI because otherwise people are going to come to your house and murder you because they don't have food.
Well, right. I mean, also like it's like it needs to come from the state. It can come from like Monsanto. Like that's like the one scariest thing I think about the shutdown was like one guy just like, oh, I'm just going to pay for the military salary. And it's like, oh, that's great, man. I'm glad those guys are getting paid. I really am. But like, what do we owe you now? You know what I mean? Like, is it your army now because you like took care of it for one point? Like, do you get one battle? Is it like, hey, you scratch your back, I scratch mine? Like,
I think it's absolutely what it is.
like that, and that's like honestly what the fucking plot of Alien Earth is. It's like 5 companies that run everything. That's the thing that I'm scared of. It's like, hey, if you don't subscribe to all this company's beliefs, then well, good luck. Good luck.
I mean, isn't that it now? Like, I'm not, again.
I mean, in an invisible way, yeah, but not like in an official policy. Like, if UBI, I mean, it would be amazing if we got UBI. We're never gonna. It seems like they hate poor people too much for that.
But if all this stuff goes to how they say it's going to go, you can't imagine a world and industries are changed that much. And what I don't know what the estimates are, but I would guess it's at least 40% of the workforce becoming irrelevant, right? So or becoming just non-plus. So what else would you do not to create a global starvation?
Oh yeah,
like, and I'm talking in first world countries.
I mean, there's another skeptical answer.
What's that?
Kill everybody. Yes, you're completely right.
Truth be told,
like going to Bill Burr impression. There's too many people on the way down. There's too many people on the way. Doesn't matter.
But truth be told, like how impossible over the next 50 years or 100 years is it to make the America, for example, which is, I listened in 2016, Dan Carlin talk about the fall of every empire, and people have proven why America can't fall. But how impossible is it to make like America over the next 50, 100 years into like North Korea? Like, how is it? Is it
it's
impossible?
Very possible.
That's what I'm saying.
It'll just look different, but it'll be the same. But like ostensibly the same thing.
So if the dollar does crash, if that's.
I think with the UBI, in order for it not to crash, you'd have to create that UBI situation, whatever you would call it at that time. I'm sure there's going to be 15 different changes before that has to happen. And in order to keep your economies not dying and becoming this, like you're an island unto yourself, something you'd have to be placating these masses, or what you're going to have is just complete, there's no confidence in your system.
Well, think about this government shutdown right now. How many people don't have money? Think about that if it was like over the masses of the population.
Right, exactly right. It was like 99%.
Even if it's like 30 million people.
Exactly. It'll be line after lines and lines.
Also,
and lines,
too, like out of that 30 million people, how many people are like they're like we've had enough, right?
Yeah.
So how can you call someone a communist if you caused bread lines? I'm wondering, like he's like Trump is so nervous about communism on Donnie, and there have been more bread lines in his fucking presidency than any other presidency, probably since the housing, or probably more than since. Anyway, let's go to. We only have a little time left. Can we go to the Google fucking doc? I don't know. I wasn't actually. Thank you. Can we just go up one more? We have some good wording on this.
This is in honor of JJ, but we want both of you guys to do this.
All right. The FAP files.
The FAP files.
This is JJ. We're going to show you some aliens, and of course, Jason, you too. But in the words of Sean Donnelly, does Roswell make JJ's rod swell?
I came up with that. Hey, that makes up for my UTI joke.
Words. No one was even thinking about it. That's how much Sean hates himself. No one was thinking about it at all. We were just happy that was funny. All right, so this is going to be a goon to goon or not to goon?
To goon or not to goon?
Well, I did some work for Joy AI, which is basically this. You create your own whatever you want, and it prompts it to be that. Whatever you want.
Is this photograph-wise or verbally? Both?
Both.
Really?
Crazy.
But these are famous ones, right? We didn't make them ourselves.
I don't even know.
These are like over the years.
Can I interrupt, though? I have like nothing to make up. Like, I'm like, what if it was a minotaur with 2 pussies? Like, regular hot chicks, I'm fine with. Anyway, keep going. All right.
What if you gave me a sandwich?
Not to goon.
What if it was a bacon sandwich in the middle?
All right, let's start off first.
I didn't have an asshole that had a bacon sandwich.
Fucking the Mona Lisa baby. Natasha Henstridge in Species.
Starting off big.
So
these are real people.
These are real people. This is from the movie Species.
I think that's an amazing look, right?
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
The female version of Drago from Rocky. I love those looks. Yeah,
That's Tagoon.
Yeah, Tagoon.
Way less obtainable Brigitte Nelson. Nielsen.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no,
That's incredible.
Oh, hold on. We want to get Jason's opinion here. Tagoon or not Tagoon?
Yeah, but then there's isn't there like a whole alien form to her? Like later?
Yes, there is.
yeah.
It gets to a point where she becomes like reptilian almost.
So do you get only that, or do you get both?
You get to fuck both.
You have to fuck the reptilian one to fuck the human.
You gotta
one.
fuck both?
You gotta fuck both.
Jason's like the other way.
That makes
I
me
have to fuck
especially
the lady to get to the reptile.
While watching Schindler's
Pussy.
List.
Because you're so vanilla, like you said, does that mean you have like something deep down that you're fucking sick about?
Why did your voice get lower for that?
Because his favorite, he was thinking about that.
You
45
fucking
minutes.
Dick Tracy villain.
Just
You fucking
realized he goes, he just said
stop making Roger
Really?
Rabbit feel
Gangbang is
uncomfortable.
like a fart.
Really? Oh, because I'm always interested in people who are like very vanilla. It's like,
Yeah, no.
I'm pretty vanilla, I think.
really?
I mean, like nothing that would be crazy. Like I thought I was crazy, and then like I dated someone who was in the business, and they told me like what guys were into, and I was like, I am fucking Dudley Do-Right, you know, like some of these Christian Bale American Psycho motherfuckers.
Yeah.
By the way, they're all doing great. Next one.
please, thank you.
Leela from Futurama. Could you get past the one eye, JJ?
This stuff isn't for me. The animation stuff. I'm not into that stuff.
But, so that's
Good character. It's a
Tanaka.
good character.
And also it has Katie. Katie.
Jason had to just speak
We
for the
found,
show.
we found Jason's fetish. It's one-eyed cartoon character.
It's
it's
just
also
well-written
Yeah,
character.
it's really
She
well
does
written.
have a good body, though.
And you would just think you're fucking Katie Seagal because it's her voice and she's
Yeah.
sexy. So
She is
I say
a
yes.
beautiful lady.
Can we get the next one, please?
Diva Plava Laguna from The Fifth Element.
This is where I check out.
Yeah, too weird for me.
And she's like, whoa.
Yeah. I didn't like the tune.
I don't want someone.
What'd you say, Zama?
I didn't like the tune.
There's also a Star Wars lady that looks like her. I don't know if she's on the list as well, but that kind of has the same look. Hangs out with Jabba the Hutt.
Well, I didn't know I was here with the princes of Egypt. Wouldn't fuck the hot opera lady alien.
What that means is he'd fuck all of these.
And age appropriate because she's about 3,000 years old.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right. What's next?
Age appropriate.
E.T. in address. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to congratulate Nancy Pelosi on 40 years in Congress. Oh, my God. I would fuck
What a
E.T. in
career.
address for the story.
Yeah.
Maybe. For the story. I'd be like, yeah, fucking phone home after that, all right. What the fuck?
I don't think I'd fuck E.T. in a dress.
No, I guess you're right. But E.T. in a dress, like him walking in a dress, is very fun.
What do you guys think? E.T. in a dress?
Man, I look back. That's amazing how they created such a. That's like really interesting.
This is all puppetry too. There's no CGI at this point.
No, that's a.
That wasn't a young Emilio Estevez.
but it does
Wearing
look.
brown
There's such a
face.
real thing to that.
Yeah,
the eye.
that's why when J.J. Abrams redid the Star Wars, that one came out so good. I thought because he mixed the two together, and that
Oh,
he
really?
used a lot of real stuff, and then also CGI accents throughout the thing.
Oh,
or
interesting.
less than you could have. Yeah,
Yeah,
so it didn't
that's-
look like animated. It looked for real.
Yeah, that's really like it was just looking at because I hadn't probably seen the movie in like I don't know forever, but yeah.
Yeah.
What's
E.T.
the next one?
I'm like actually not a huge. Everybody loves E.T.
I love
I'm
E.T.
like terrified.
I think
by it.
everyone
nostalgia.
secretly hates E.T. You're like the 10th person who said this about E.T. to me in
Really?
the same way. But
Really?
like, everybody loves E.T. I hate it. Sarah hates E.T.
Yeah.
So many people. Sarah finds it offensive.
How?
I don't know. She doesn't like.
Because he looks Mexican in this picture.
No. This does not look like a quinceanera. This looks like someone.
E.T.'s quinceañera.
This is like someone sneaking into a quinceanera. Hey, what's at the next one? Oh, the xenomorph with the fat ass and pussy. We're gonna have to blur that one, Ian.
I could convince myself on that.
JJ said yes immediately. JJ said yes to
I
the
can
one
convince myself
where I
on that.
gave it to Ian, and Ian goes, "I can't look at this one."
I mean, if I had nutted today and that was in front of me, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jason, would you fuck this alien ass?
No.
No.
Really?
Sean would, but he'll say no because he's a Catholic.
Okay, the next one, my friend.
Next, Predator with a big dick. See, just in case you thought I was gender biased, I'm not into dicks.
This is just from a Google search.
Yeah, JJ.
I actually like big dicks, so I could convince myself. I don't like big balls.
What about Predator's face with his braids?
You're in a real big balls crew right now, not a big
Yeah, I could. I do like.
Droopy balls.
You're in a real droopy balls crew. Remember us with the Go-Go Gang?
Abs and big dick, I can always convince myself.
All right. Well, let's get up Congressman Adam Schiff, guys. Congressman Adam Schiff.
Those eyes.
I think he would take me to a
come to
nice
their
meal. He would take me to a nice meal. Maybe if, he blacks me out. I don't know.
eyes. Your steakhouse in D.C.?
Yeah, nice steakhouse me and takes me to where Lindsay takes the boys. That's Congressman.
Would you?
Because I'm a Canadian on a U.S. visa, of course.
Jason, I don't think that's your flavor.
Yeah.
All right, and fight. Oh, Witz and stand producer Pat Samaha. Oh my goodness! Can you believe this? Who would have done this? God damn it!
The answer is yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
He does not look like an alien. He looks like something Luke Skywalker cuts and goes inside to keep warm during an alien winter.
I'm saying yes too. I like Pat, and I think he's very creative. So,
But yes.
love if you want to work on some projects with me too.
Be creative in the bedroom as well.
Jason, would you fuck Pat?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Of course, yeah.
That's great, man.
That's the first one.
Pat, that's what?
4 yeses.
Yes, there we go.
All right, there we go.
Is that the last one, or is there more?
No,
That's the last
it.
one. That is the Fat Files.
Oh, I think everyone got uncomfortable with that.
No.
It's so funny. You know what's so interesting about that? The xenomorph pussy shocked everyone so much so that the predator dick, you were like, oh, I'm ready for this.
Yeah. You were like you prepared with the xenomorph pussy.
Yeah.
Guys, we cannot thank you enough for
so
doing
much
this. This
for
was
coming
so
on,
much fucking
guys.
fun.
What do you got to promote
Go ahead, buddy.
When's this come out?
this week?
This week, Thursday.
I'm going to do, I'm Chicago Thursday, Friday night of this week. So if you get this on the 13th, 14th, I'm doing Chicago. And then January 31st, I'm in Austin, Texas. And February 19th, Tampa.
And your Instagram?
Oh, JJ Liberman Live.
And Jason Choi.
My Instagram's Jason R. Choi. If you're around the 14th, come to Jason Choi at Friends at the Highline Comedy Club. Thanks so much. Thanks
Awesome.
for having me.
Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you next week. And thank you guys again for doing this. It was an absolute
super
blast.
fun, dude.
Bye-bye.
See you next time.
Yeah,
Please come
great
back.
podcast,
Thank
man.
you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, super fun.
All right. I want to thank our new patrons, Jizza Jam and Don Hoyland. I thought that was Holland for a second, but Hoyland. Is it the same? Is it from the same place, Don? It's your whether you want to answer it or not. It's your choice. I don't know. But thank you for joining our $10 level. You're very special. We love you. Also, thank you to Wes Russell, Nicole, Stephen Hitchings, AQ, Corey Beecher, Isaac Harris, William Morris, the entire talent agency, Duncan McRae.
Sounds like a Scottish hitman.
It does. Yeah, that's the sexiest name on our.
Sounds like a Scottish hitman. I'm like not too relaxed. Sorry about that.
That's it. That is the sexiest name of our Burbs Bro. You're all sexy, but Duncan McRae, yeah, that sounds like a man of intrigue.
And then we got Mike Moyer and Zach Attack right there.
With
Just
a K, no C, because fuck CK, Zax. It's all about Z-A-K.
But guys, definitely join the Patreon. It's patreon.com/Burbs Bros. It's only $5 a month. Patreon.com/Burbs Bros.